Purdue Extension. It's part of the land grant program throughout the United States. Hello and welcome to 18WJTS in.form. I'm your host, Bill Potter. You can make a contribution to Purdue Extension, Dubois County. We're going to find out more about that by talking with Chelsea Brewer. She is the County Extension Director and the Health and Human Sciences Educator for Dubois County. Chelsea, welcome to the show.
Thank you. Nice to be here.
Funny thing about the Purdue Extension, and I don't mean this as an insult, but you guys really aren't very good at asking for money.
We're not. Yeah. We're not.
And you need money to do the programs you do, and people out there may want to make contributions.
Yeah, we have never actually done this before, where we've put it out there that yes, we do accept donations, and we actually work a lot off of donations. Although we're not a non-for-profit because we are run through Purdue University, we operate as a non-for-profit. So we don't create revenue. We run off of donations or fee-based programs where you have to pay to come to the program, but we don't like those either. So we don't like to ask for money.
So right now you're kind of just making it known that you do accept donations.
We do, and we would love if during this time of charitable giving or year-end tax stuff, if you want to make a contribution, we would be very happy to accept it.
Now, let's kind of go about the Purdue Extension is part of the land grant system in the U.S.
Yes.
Every state has a university that administers that. I think in Kentucky it's University of Kentucky.
Yes.
Okay, and on and on.
Ohio State, University of Illinois, University of Nebraska.
And this is a program that is run through that school system, but not the money that you give is not going to Purdue University. It is going to Purdue Extension.
Exactly.
So if you're an IU fan and you're thinking, I'm not going to give to Purdue University, which, there's that rivalry.
We don't discriminate, I promise.
Right. That's not what this sort of donation is. This is a donation that goes where?
This is a donation that goes directly to Dubois County, so to myself and the team at the Extension office, so that we can run programs for Dubois County. So it doesn't go to Purdue Extension or to Purdue University. It doesn't get distributed through Purdue Extension to all the 92 counties. If you give in Dubois County, it stays in Dubois County.
Okay. And one thing we want to point out, you can also do this if you are in Spencer County and you'd like to make a contribution to Spencer County. You can do that as well, or whatever county you're in. Why do you need money? What do you do with that money?
That money is used for creating and doing events and programs. So if we don't have money in the bucket to pay for things like books, for participation, for printing materials, maybe it's food, if we do like a cooking class or something, then we had to pass those fees on to our participants, which kind of limits the audience sometimes. If you can't afford to pay for the program, you're not able to come and learn our skills. So we like to keep our programs cheap or free, which we do through donations.
And so how can you do that? I guess now this is the call to action. So you decided you want to give money to Purdue Extension. What do? You go to your Facebook page, you go to your website, or is the answer yes on all of that?
Yes on all of it.
Okay.
So if you want to come and see us and chit-chat for a while, we'd love to have you. Cash or check is welcome to come into our office. Or if you would rather donate online, a link can be found on our Facebook, our Instagram, even our Twitter. For that, there's also a QR code that can be scanned, or you can go to our website at extension.purdue.edu/Dubois, and there's a link to give there.
And I did test it. I went and I just typed in Purdue Extension, Dubois County, and it took me right to your website or your Facebook page. And there is a link there. So it's hard sometimes to remember links, and this might be one way. Just put
Google
Purdue
us. We're there.
You'll find them. And you're really looking for donations in any amount, because some people, maybe they can only afford $20. Some people may have hundreds or thousands they'd like to give. I guess you could also think about bequeathing in your will to Purdue Extension for something that goes into perpetuity. It's always, and we've talked before about, it amazes me the amount of things that Purdue Extension does. Because you're oftentimes people think of you for youth, or they think of you for ag. But I've been to some programs where I learned how to use an Instapot.
Yes.
Okay, so you really are doing all kinds of different things. So if somebody's giving, they can specify to Dubois County, which is where it will go. And that money is used to buy the things you said? Is it because you want to keep things free?
Yes.
Okay.
Free or low cost.
Does this help kids, like if they're in 4-H, to help pay their there a fee that they have to pay for an annual membership fee, I guess, or whatever that is when you sign up? Or because you give scholarships?
Yes, we give scholarships. So
Okay.
it's not, that's a different pot of money, but you could donate, and this money could be used for doing activities with youth, whether it's in junior leaders or 4-H camp, or even 4-H mini camps. We bring together all the kids from kindergarten to second grade that aren't your traditional 4-Hers yet, and we let them just have a fun day camp experience, and that requires a lot of material, lots of bubbles.
Yes, and even if you're doing, like you mentioned, a program maybe teaching people how to cook better or to make a better meal, it costs to do those things. And rather than saying, okay, you can come to this program, it's going to cost you $30, if it's kind of paid for in that way. So if people are contributing, they're making other people's lives better.
Yes.
Is that right?
Yes. So by allowing us to continue to do these programs and help to spread knowledge that's going to really allow other people to be their best versions of themselves, we're helping to create a better Dubois County.
And this money is going for materials that are used for this programming.
Yes.
Is that correct? Okay, it's not going for the building rent or things like that. So that's, again, a different pot of money.
Different
right?
pot of money.
Okay.
We have many pots.
Okay, money.
We're leprechauns, apparently.
But there is not enough in those money pots, and that's why. And that's why for you, I guess for your whole office, this is a new way of thinking to try and figure out. We are needing some money. How do we ask for money? Because I guess you just do the work. You just do the good fight without thinking about that you need money to do it. And now you're finally learning how to do that,
We're
right?
learning how to ask for what we need. We've always just done the best with what we have. And here in the next few years, we're really trying to be more strategic about how we plan through things and how our vision and mission as Purdue Extension is received in the community. And we want to grow. We want to reach more people. We want to do more things, bigger, better. And that comes with a cost. And so we do have to kind of stop doing with what we have and start asking for more, which is why we are finally learning to ask for money.
And for some people, maybe money is an issue and they can't give. But there's time, talent. I think I remember seeing 5 ways to give to Purdue. Do you remember what those are?
5 ways to give. So monetarily, your feedback. We are always looking for feedback. If you have ideas, we want to hear them because we're one person, maybe 2 people think tanks, and more is merrier. We want to hear what you have to say about the community and what you think is missing or what you really love, and we need to work hard to protect. The next one is volunteering. Our 4-H program doesn't run itself. We have about 125 volunteers, and we're always looking for more because some people want to retire. They've been doing it for a long time, and they're ready to slow down. So we're always looking for new volunteers in 4-H, but if you're not necessarily into 4-H, we absolutely have other opportunities to volunteer. I can't remember the other one.
I know that we were at number 3.
There's 2 more.
You can share the mission.
Share the mission, yes, okay. Share the mission. So we are on every social platform, so absolutely share that. And word of mouth is fantastic. So talk us up if you go to a program.
And maybe there's another way would be in kind.
Yeah.
So if you're a grocery store, you could help to give the food that you use to teach a program. Because some of the things you do is teaching families, I don't know how to say this, families how to cook or how to be better families.
Yes.
And that takes programming, and that takes items for that programming. Sometimes people just don't even know how to cook.
Yeah.
And so what you're doing is teaching a family how to cook.
How to cook and how to be together, the importance of family meals. We talk about that a lot. We talk a lot about positive parenting skills and try and help parents navigate parenting just in general. It's hard.
Yes, that is. And that's a great program to do because that is something that I think sometimes is lacking, is how to be a parent and what your responsibilities are. And sometimes that's simply learning how to cook a meal.
Yes.
Although that's not what it's limited to.
No,
because you do
we talk about a lot of other things, but family meals have a very significant impact on your children.
Now, if somebody would like to contribute, again, what do they do?
Yes. So you can either come to our office with cash or check. You can visit us on any of our social medias. There's a link on there that you can just click on and go. You can Google us, Purdue Extension, Dubois County. Our website will come up, and there's a link to give on there.
Okay, let's make things bigger and better in Dubois County by making a contribution to Purdue Extension. Our guest has been Chelsea Brewer. She is the County Extension Director. She is also the Health and Human Sciences Educator for Purdue Extension. Also, contact them if you'd like to have a program for your church group or your group. You do that. That's what you do.
We do.
All right.
We do. We'll come out and do whatever you feel like.
Chelsea, thank you very much. Thank you for watching 18 WJTS in.form. We are local people watching local people.